Hello, 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 beautiful earth angels. Elvia Rowe here, founder of angelsteach.com, and I am super excited about our messages from the angels for this month because let's just say the angels and I have been playing and having a lot of fun because two things. One, I'm going to invite you to choose between the number 1 and 4. So unlike what we usually do, 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 for this month. And the reason is because the focus for this month is on wings. And I had so much fun looking for imagery and pictures around wings that I had a hard time editing and cutting it back because I think there actually could be like a whole project around what's your wing type and what do the wings represent and the type of wing and all that. But anyway, rabbit hole for this girl. Suffice to say that wings are very powerful symbolism for so much of the human experience and, of course, relate to angels. So let's get to it. Invite you to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. So for those of you who chose number 1, this is the image that came forward for you, this beautiful image of a woman who is ascending. And these wings, I so love this image because it really represents everything that I teach around angels and what the wings represent, which is the unencumbered self, the self that is free to rise above the traps of the ego, to ascend and really live that divine soul level truth. And so if you chose number 1, you are in the process, a major phase of ascension, a major phase of life awakening and awareness and becoming. And you have done a lot of work to release the traps, the fears, the things that hold you back, that the ego is, quite adept, really, at working on us with to keep us in the lower self. And, this is a message that the work that you've been doing is noticed, is heard, and you are on your path of ascension. And what that means in more practical terms is you're aligned. You're doing a great job following your guidance and you're listening to your inner self. You'll notice that the woman in this image is reflecting. Her eyes are closed and it's as if she's looking at her heart center. And there's this message, added message really, of self-reflection and taking a moment. This is a time really for you to pause and acknowledge and celebrate all that you have done, because you have done such incredible work to rise above those traps and to align yourself with your guidance. Now, if for some reason you're getting this message and you're like, yeah, but really? Have I? The answer is yes. Because I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately. This is a journey. This isn't a destination. And, the ascension process, meaning the alignment process, is for some a gradual one, for some, a more rapid pace or a steeper climb, if you will. And, it's about understanding that you're right where you are right now. So you may see that you have a ways to go, and that's totally cool and totally understandable. And honestly, we're not done until we take our last breath. We're here to learn, we're here to experience, we're here to evolve. And so, it's understandable that you may be seeing that there's still work to be done. And at the same time, if you chose number 1 and this is your message, you are being acknowledged for being exactly where you're meant to be. So time to celebrate that. For those of you who chose number 2, this is your image, this woman who looks a little bit forlorn, and her wings obviously are black. And the message for you is that whatever doubts, obstacles, things that feel like they're in the way for you are actually a gift and part of your evolution, because wings in general are going to represent the evolutionary process. So there are the shadows that we love to run away from, we love to hide from, we love to deny. And yet, so many times, your shadows are actually, our shadows actually are the ticket that gets us from where we are to where the soul is looking to expand and grow to. I like to think of those opportunities as, or what seems like obstacles, as opportunities, and really, opportunities to learn, to grow, to flip whatever it is that's in front of us and see it from a positive perspective. So some of you may see this image and think, oh man, why did I choose 3 or 4 or 1? And, this is really your invitation to be like, oh, okay, those things that I've looked at as obstacles, that I'm feeling a little forlorn, a little sad, a little depressed, a little whatever. Okay, so they're teaching me. So they're actually an opportunity. They are a gift. They may not feel like it at times, but they are a gift. And how can you sort of take a deep breath and be like, okay, I can rise into that perspective on this situation, whatever that situation is for you, and embrace it with a positive mindset and an open heart. So I'm just tuning in to ask the angels if there's anything else to share about that, and they're saying no. So see the gift. For those of you who chose number 3, this is your image. And this makes me just smile, just makes me laugh. And it's such a beautiful, light, happy image. And as you'll see, this woman is wearing butterfly wings. And she is skipping along, flying along this path. And the message for you is, butterflies are about transformation. And this is somewhat similar to number 1. So it is a message about being in the midst of transformation, but there's an element of playfulness here. And really, I'm hearing a little bit of a nudge from the angels for you to embrace a creative project, to find a way to play that will, I'm hearing, unleash the next step, the next phase of your transformation, your evolutionary journey, really is what it is. So, whether it's painting, whether it's dancing, whether it's, just being like a kid and going outside and playing in the mud, or, we've had melting snow here, and it creates these things in the ice. I don't know if you're not from snowy area, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, but like it creates this little crust, and I've always, on the edge of where the snow is, and I've always loved, since I was a little girl, just going along and sort of stomping on that and watching what happens to the ice and the snow next to it. Anyway, just allowing that inner child to play, to have a space in your life. It's really important. We think sometimes, I see a lot of light workers, healers, who are very much in this, because they care so much that they just really want to do the work because they want the world to be a better place. It's such a noble intention, and a very needed intention. And a lot of times, and especially if you chose number 3 with this, the invitation is to, lighten it up a little bit, because being in the head and having that noble intention and like, yeah, I'm going to do the work, I'm going to make the world a better place. Again, noble, and yet what's needed is to just relax into who you are right now and allow that joyful space inside of you to emerge and to have voice. Now, some of you may feel uh, some bit of separation from that space of joy inside. And, I get that. For some of us, it's been kind of a long stretch here, with the whole quarantine thing, of course, and other, circumstances around that. And, the joy, the angels are always reminding me the joy is always there. And even when, I myself am having a sad day or a low energy day, I know that joy is in there. And I know just knowing that is sometimes enough. So if you're in a little bit of a blue space as you're hearing this message about, oh, geez, she's saying I need to be more joyful, more playful, know that it's inside of you. And if that's the best you can do right now, that's perfect. Accept where you're at right now. And if, you are feeling the inspiration here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's spring, we're starting to feel more of that creative motivation, try playing like the little kid that wants to play inside of you, whatever that means. Finger painting is something that just came into my head, which I haven't thought of in years. So this is your invitation to understand that the creative process is so integrated with the evolutionary journey. And if you chose the number 4, this is your wing image here. This lovely woman standing on the beach facing the ocean. And I actually was going to stop with the other 3 wing images, and I saw this one and I couldn't let it go. It's just, I don't know, something about this really makes me happy. And that's really the essence of the message for those of you who chose number 4, is that it's important for you to prioritize serenity right now. Find your happy place. Go to your happy place, whether that's in your mind's eye or it's literally going to a beach or a river or a mountain or a library or, whatever it is that is your happy place. This is your invitation to do that, because serenity is a priority for you right now. There's such simplicity in this image. You'll notice the layers with the sand, with the edge of the water, with the waves, with the horizon, with the sky itself. It's very layered and also very simple. And this woman, when you feel into her energy, she's just so at peace. You can tell that she's just one with this moment that she's having as she spreads her wings and looks at the ocean. And when we talk about wings and being an earth angel and what that means, it's so much about just embracing where you are at the moment, because that's where the freedom is found. That's where our ability to rise above those traps and mirroring harnesses of the ego hold us back, So just breathing into the serenity in this moment, and even just I'm feeling this happening right now. So maybe that's part of this little exercise here, is just breathing into the serenity of this moment. And as you are inspired, just going to your happy place. And for me, just breathing into the serenity of this moment is my happy place. And yes, I still love to go into the woods, into the ocean, but we all need to have access to our happy place all the time, 24/7. So, having an understanding of what that means for you, what is your happy place so that you can access it whenever you need to, is really, I'm hearing essential. So we're going to leave it at that. So with that, I feel like I could talk on and on and on and explore the whole concept of wings, but I feel like it's fruit for thought and something that I'm going to be working on with my angels over the next period of time, just thinking about it. So as you're inspired, I invite you to do the same. Thank you for joining me here today. Please come on over to angelsteach.com and see what we've got going on over there. We are transitioning and moving things forward there pretty quickly. We have a new calendar, which I'm kind of excited about because people ask what's going on, and it's nice to have it all in one place. Also, please like and comment as you are inspired, and share with your angel loving, like-minded friends. And with that, so much love to each and every one of you. Be well. Have a beautiful month.